Hello. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. There we are. That's better. How's it going? My whole mouth's gone numb. Because I got a bit of a toothache. I wanted to clean my teeth. So I got this like mild anesthesia, like toothache stuff. I've put it on and it bloody spread right round my mouth. Oh, my tongue's numb in most of my cheek. Oh God. Yeah. So I'm all like, so I apologise in advance if I start like, blah, 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 you know, like you do. I'm just trying to find the arm bracer thingamy bob. No. It was the chest thing, wasn't it? It was the chest thing we were going to do today. Why is my fucking lead so short? Right. Okay. Right. So yeah, chest. That's got to be in the armor accessories, hasn't it? Head parts, miscs, collar assault, FJ para. I'm going to end up having to. Yeah, I'm going to have to look, aren't I? See, I use the business app, the Meta Business app, and it's absolutely terrible. It's like the same sort of thing as like Facebook Messenger and the Messenger part of Instagram, but imagine that with like a lot less functionality and a lot more annoying to use. And then you'll be pretty clued in. Right, there they are. My customer sent me all the pictures of the parts she wanted on the build. Is it this one? Yes. It's HP chest. I believe it's this one. That one looked more familiar though. So, no, it does have it has the long sticky outies. Right, found it everybody, found it. I'll show you. There we go. That's it. Literally just that. And it just sort of nicely sits on top of the chest piece. So yeah, we're going to do that. And all it is those parts that I managed to squeeze onto one page. And we're going to do it out of the skinny soft foam. So we can fit it on there without it looking like too, what's the word for it, like chunky. Just gonna tidy up. Should have done this before I started, I know, but I planned on coming on about an hour ago, but then got set back by fire alarms. Thank you, residents of my building. I don't mind saying it was a woman that had set the alarms off. And when I went to see, like the firemen were with all their equipment trying to waft the smoke out of the building and stuff, and she was just like, and one of the Beyond Housing fella, funnily enough, the dude that fixed my boiler, came, was, are you alright? She's like, yeah. Just carried on her phone, not asked. She didn't give one iota fuck that she, like, upended the entire building. I love people. Anywho, on with the show. How's everybody doing? Everybody alright? Oh no. What is that? Nothing. I thought there was a slight curve in it, but I couldn't see for some reason. Is this light getting dimmer? My eyes getting worse as I'm getting older. Yo, how's it going? Same as yesterday. Same shit, different part. That's it. That's how it goes around here. Doing a chest overlay. I say overlay because it just like seems like the best way to describe it. How are you doing? How are you doing, Marksman? Talk to me, bro. Chapter 9050. Yeah, pretty much. If you're referring to me. Can go on there. I do need to do them separately, though, I think. Cause, oh, no, do I? Oh, do I? I don't know if I do, mate. Ooh, that's an idea. Yep, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. And it will be fabulous. What east? Oh, that's a bit in the middle. And so's that. Okay, then. Sorry, what I'm looking at is this. These bits here. We keep the two parts together. Because we're only using the thin form. Oh no, it shouldn't be too bad actually, because it's going to be attached to an area that isn't going to move, so it should be fine. Not too bad. I think my car needs new transmission. So it's stuck at the shop for a while. There's no work today though, so that's neat. What kind of attachment are you making? I think I've just answered your question. It's the part that goes over the reach. It's the HP chest piece. So yeah. Somebody put some trousers on that, man. So yeah, I was worried that this might, because I'm doing it in thin, skinny form, this bit might be a bit flimsy, but it's going to be okay because it's on top of like a really heavy stationary piece of form, which is the chest piece itself. Which, provided we get this done, I'll actually be getting out, because we'll be fitting it as well. And I think I might Velcro it on. That way, if she ever wants anything different in the future, I'll be able to just make another one and send it to her, and she can just stick it on. Instantly recognised it. Unlocking stuff in Reach was yeah, it was. Yeah. And every single game since has gone like, oh, we've got a shop like Reach's sort of thing, and it never has been since, not once. You know that thing where you work in the game, like actually play it to unlock stuff, give you a reason to go back through the campaign, play multiplayer. I mean, more of a reason other than it being a really good game. Yeah, where'd that go? It's not just, I'm not complaining just about Halo either, I'm talking about just games in general now. They're all trying their best to give you like an addictive game loop. And somehow, for me in particular, it ends up putting me off completely. I wouldn't have... Don't trust the polar bears. Yeah, the first Reach suit I ever made, I even with the forearm bracer. You know, the one in game that has the blue screen. The kid, it was the dad that I was making it for, but the kid who it was actually for wanted the blue screen one. So what I ended up doing was I made that for him, but I made it attach with Velcro so you could pop it open, and I made the back like a flappy back thing. And I asked for the measurements of the kid's phone, so he could slide his phone into there, and he'd be able to, you know, use his phone on the thing. And I left the screen bit completely open so that it would be his phone, and then it attached on. And I did it all in Velcro. He had extra chest attachments and the whole lot, and I used Velcro for all of it. So if that kid ever wants to change up his armor, I can just pull it off and make a different one for him. That's the idea. That's something I do, and I make the full torsos as well. And I don't think anyone else does that. And for me, it was like a no-brainer, and then I realised no one does that. And I was like, oh, I have a niche. I want to do the exact same thing. It's such a problem using your phone with no pockets. That's so dope. Yeah, well, yeah, I got... Myself, I've got those gloves that actually have, like, touch fingertips, so you can use your screen with the gloves on. So if you have a pair of those, that's like job one done, isn't it? if you're doing it with 3D printing, that's probably going to be more difficult because you'd have to be really precise with the sizes and everything for your phone. But it's not impossible, it'll just be more difficult. With the foam, with it being a bit flexible, at least you can push it in there, but then it sort of holds it just from the nature of what it is, you know. Same. Right. How do I do this? Do I do one entire side like that? Or do I do 2 top parts or 2 bottom parts? Oh, decisions. I think I'll do it like this, and then I'll just go grab some more foam. That's not a pen. So yeah, if you want me to make you a foam phone case for your Reach suit, just let me know. It's just finding a place to put your phone when you're done. I could have used ammo pouches, but I had a friend hold it. Yeah, that's That's why it's such a I thought it was such a good idea to it be on your arm at all times, you know. I mean, especially if you're wandering around a con, and if you're meeting people, that's just a nightmare, isn't it? You have to coordinate via text. Oh my. You don't have to tell me twice, I dare say. A what? Right, there we go. Have I just done this one upside down and done it? No, we're okay. There we are. It's like that. We've got any room for these? Got room for a couple of these. Ooh. Come on, get off. Get off. Jesus Christ. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Should I grab my other bit of foam? I won't be a sec. god, did you hear that? Oh, my back just crunched as well. That was good. I like this chair. Right. Woo. Feel better for that. And I hope you do too. What's that say? Oh. Oh, excuse me, I've got stabby sinuses. I think there was dust. Right. I think we're close enough to the top. Oh my god. Right. I think I'll cut out the rest as well, because we might as well take advantage of this entire space. Get it all done. I agree. I didn't pop much today, so I felt it too. Yeah. Oh, there we are. How long have we been on? 31 minutes and 20 seconds, and we've got cheap views, stream view. Was it cheap viewers, streamboo.com? If there's anyone watching on Twitch, please don't like just ignore it. 'Cause that's so fucking shit. Well, I get rid of it. It's so stupid. Wait, what did that say? That account was created today. Yesterday. What are they playing at, man? Fucking, I hate that so much. I read about that they hit popes when they die. The bot problems are real. Yeah, especially on Twitch, mate. Definitely. Twitch is unbelievably inundated with it at the moment, and they're starting to ban people's accounts for like if you happen to not notice that they're there, like in your chat, in your stream, they're banning your account because they're considering it you spoofing views, therefore trying to get money out of Twitch type of thing. But I don't monitor my Twitch feed, like not full time anyway. When something dodgy comes in the chat, I go straight in and I ban them and you know, get it out and everything. But if they're sat watching me right now, which they won't be, I don't know about it. So technically my Twitch account could get banned at any moment because, you know, I mod myself. Just don't care. But yeah. Oh my god. I'll have to save that for later. Right. Oh. Okay. Right. Where are we? What are we doing? Who am I? Who are you? What is life? Right. I need to figure out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of on this here thing down here. Like, don't give a flying F about these side bits because I'm gonna Velcro straight down there so that it just attaches. So this thing is most definitely covering the that, isn't it? Why is it wonky? And why is it not wonky there? Okay. And this thing, why? So that's upside down. So that should be like that. And that is like that. So what we're saying here, like that's going like there or thereabouts. That looks about right, doesn't it? No. Even further down. Oh, but that's bending backwards, so I suppose it's... Yeah, it's much higher up and that's bending backwards and that's fine. Okay. It's just so I know, because then we are keeping these gaps. We're cutting them out, but keeping them there. And same with this, because that's ain't got nothing there. So I will cut that whole thing out. No, dude, I mean, what are we doing in this canyon? Did I read that too late? I've gone. I might have gone way past that. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. And I've been inundated with an amazing amount of extremely funny memes, which is something you can do if anybody feels like it. Harley Halo cosplay on everything. If you want to send me stuff that I can like laugh at while I'm doing this, feel free. It's lots of fun. Oh, that's there. Okay. Oh, we've got like a bit we don't need. That's nice. And tight. Get on the, there we go. It took ages to line that up. What? I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I don't know. Help. What did I do? 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 What? What did I do? Oh my god, the delay must be real tonight. I feel like I did that an hour ago. You said what is life and why are we here or something. Oh yeah. Yeah, the delay is definitely real on YouTube, isn't it? Reminded me of Red versus Blue. Do you know one of the things I nearly said was, why is someone assigned this pig to my platoon? I don't know why. That's not from Red versus Blue. It just popped into my head and I just didn't say it. Oh, yes, you will be removed. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, this is all we need for this build. How cool is that? So I get a couple on there like that. I'll put them on like that. Just like that. And then we flip them. And we fucking cut it out. And we fucking glue it together, mate. And it's fucking done, innit? And then I might as well start on the arm thing. After that, we'll do a nice long one tonight. What do you say, fellas? And non-fellas. And everything else. I just refreshed the stream, but it's still at the same point within a second. Fast forward. I was spam fast forward on like, I have mine monitoring this one on YouTube, and it's like, and it's stopped. No, it hasn't. But it is approximately 20 seconds behind what is life. So if you put anything in the chat, it's going to take me 20 seconds. Or for you, you'll not hear a reply for 20 seconds. And then if I miss it, it's going to be even longer. So I apologise in advance. I apologise every night to YouTube viewers, you poor people. But it's either that or go to Twitch and suffer the bots, isn't it? So what's the worst? Like, you know what I mean? God. There's no... It's 6 and 2 3, isn't it? Okay. go. Right. Okay, let's do this one then. Oh my god. I might make a Unity app for my phone that says phrases like anti-dot. You've given me ideas. That's actually a really cool idea, mate. If you shared that app for like 50 cents or something, I think you, and then post it to the 405th forums, you would, oh, no troubles, mate. Anyway, yeah, you'd make a lot of money, dude, if you managed to do that. Also, one that sound like, if you did another one that sounds like the superintendent from ODST, like you can sample all the little noises. People would go fucking mental for that. I know for a fact they would, because I would. Jesus fucking Christ. I want to say very much thank you to that person. Holy of holies. Oh my word, right. But was it payday today or something? Lol, my PC used to make that sound when it booted. There's a wallpaper on Wallpaper Engine that's also the superintendent. That's cool. But yeah, if you made a phone app and then posted it to like and like just made it cheap, like dirt cheap, in and posted it in cosplay communities, like any cosplay forum or something, you'd you'd a lot of people would download that. A lot of people, like both, the dot one and the superintendent. It's not payday, no, but I feel rich. Right. I'm doing my very, very best to be precise as all heck. There we go, I think I nailed that. I'll check and see if it already exists. That's a good plan. I've not seen one myself. But yeah. Let me know if it does or not, because, yeah. I'd be interested to know. Okay. Now I gave it a tiny bit of an angle. Do we need... Right, we need to do a tiny cut out of it as well. So from here to here, I think. Yes. Right, just there. Right, before I go any further, I'm going to do the other ones while I'm cutting it so that they're the same. So we have a tiny bit of an angle on this one. And then the rest are all vertical. Have I done two the same? I've done two the same. Oh, what an absolute bloody muppet. And I've cut that side so I can't reuse that upside down. But I could use that one upside down. Okay, it's just this that we've got a problem with now. That I'm going to have to do again somehow. I'm just going to have to get more form, aren't I? Fuck's sake. Oh. I'm such a dickhead. Is this suit getting an armor ability? It's getting a med pack utility on its... so, I mean, does that count? I can't believe I did that. And because I've cut these at an angle, I can't reverse the angle because that makes it too small. So I can't use it upside down. Like, you technically could, but not in this case because I've gone and done that, haven't I? It's very subtle. But if you reverse that, then you've taken more than millimeters out of it and it'll be wonky. But like I say, I can cut this one and then just use it upside down. So there's that. But it's okay, everyone. There's plenty of foam, plenty of this like skinny, flimsy stuff anyway. Put you over here so I don't lose you. You're over there. So, there. Okay, that's what we're doing with that one. Except we're missing a corner out of it, but we might be alright. Good workout for the hands. Yeah, well yesterday I'd done my wristing. I had to bind it. Because I hadn't changed my blade for quite a while. So for the whole week while I was building the gauntlets, I was pushing really hard and like putting a load of strain on this tendon right here, and and then I was holding stuff together like you do, and again just tensing my fingers and putting loads of strain right here, and I had to sort of bind that down so I could finish. It's the shoulders I was doing yesterday. So yeah, I finished the shoulders off and glued them on to the biceps and doing a lot of that, and it was painful, mate. Right. Gotta be really careful when you're chopping bits out of the skinny foam, cause it's very skinny, and you can easily strip that. I wish it would focus, but this cutting board makes it impossible because the camera recognises the lines too easily. But you can see the line on the shadow there. That's what we're after. So, first and foremost, I'm gonna... Ooh, that's an idea. I'm gonna take quite a bit more out of this first line, because then this will glue on nicely, or it will once this is cut properly. There we go. I feel like it needs a tiny bit more out of it. Not a lot. Like that. Let's just get it glued. Nah, it's not stressful, mate. It can be physically stressful, definitely. I find it quite therapeutic, even when it's pissing me off. I get quiet angry, as opposed to screaming out loud angry, like normal stress. I go like, when stuff goes wrong. Not. So yeah, it's alright. It's not bad. It's alright. Stressful on the joints, yeah. I'd go to school the next day holding a pencil hurt. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. God. I was already in my late 20s by the time I started messing around with, like, when Pepakura first became known to me. He was already a couple of years old at that time. I made an ODST helmet out of card when I was like 29. And it was good. Never painted it or anything. I gave it to my friend, and he used to wear it at parties when he was drunk. He used to just put it on his head. Had no visor or anything. He was just like messing around. Good times, you know. Good times, yes. Are you in America? I'm assuming you are. The ODST helmet was my first too, yeah. I did that and the CE AR because it's so low poly. Yeah. I made that was the first gun I made, was the I think it was supposed to be the Halo 3 assault rifle. But it looked closer to the original one. May I ask how old you are? I just turned 30. I'm 42, dude. I'll be 43 in about a month's time. So, you know. East Coast. What up, East Coast? Hey. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do the old forget about it. I'm walking here. But I won't. Hey, oh. I think we share a climate. I have a friend who grew up in the Bronx, who I met during the ODST days, actually, when ODST came out. He was in high school, and I was in my mid-20s, late 20s. And he's still my really good friend to this day. He grew up in the Bronx, now he lives in Massachusetts. And yeah, he's still one of my best actual friends that I've never met in person, you know. Shout out to John, wherever he is. Every now and again he sticks his head in, so I hope he saw that. Right, I'm going to get more foam. I need more foam because I fucked up. But, looks pretty good, doesn't it? Except there's a great big fucking cat claw mark out of it. But that should cover up with paint. Hopefully. So yeah, give me just 2 seconds. I'll pop some music on for 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna get another drink actually. So yeah, I'll pop some music. Oh, the music ran out just in time. Looks good. I saw you said that. Yeah, thank you. That's cool. I lost contact with most of my Xbox friends. Yeah, I did. I've got some of them like passed over. Because I went all the way up to Series X, like an idiot. I actually have the the Halo Xbox Series X. It's behind this monitor here. I might be able to show you on the camera. It's just behind this monitor. There it is. Just there. So, there you go. Yeah. Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm an idiot. I'm right here with a grunt on my arm. Look at him with his needler. And Guilty Spark on my elbow. With alien eggs and a Predator 2 helmet. And then Firefly, Alien. That's Moya from Farscape. And my Chakra Booby Lady. Never saw that model. The internals are good. Are really cool. If I had to say anything good about the Xbox, yeah. It was the most powerful console. There was just nothing to play on it. You know? That's a whole crossover arm on your arm. It's just every sci-fi shit that I love. That's what it is. And I'm starting Ninja Turtles on this arm because I'm nuts about Ninja Turtles. Probably more so than Halo, which is saying a lot. Like right behind my head on this side is a thing full of Aliens and Predator, and just there on the top shelf is my 4 movie Ninja Turtle action figures and a little diorama of cute little Ninja Turtles in the middle. And then if you go one shelf up, there's Ghostbusters. I was an 80s kid. I saw it. I was there, man. I was there when it all came out, man. I saw them come out. I saw when they tried to turn cartoons into commercials, man. Your mom lining up outside the Toys R Us, man, for Ninja Turtles. It's harder to get than a PS5, man. Sorry, I amuse myself. Never got into Turtles much. No, you won't. You're 30. But I had a boss who was super into them. I got his PS4 to replace the power supply in it, and there was Turtle movie in the disk drive. Yes. I swear to God, if you haven't already seen it, the only Turtles movie that is absolutely worth watching, that I think everybody should watch, I still think it's a sort of a joint tie for the greatest comic book movie ever made. Is the very first Ninja Turtles movie from 1990. It's just a perfect storm of like cinematography, music, puppetry, like martial arts, you know, like everything, action. It has heart. Makes me cry, dude. Like, it's just a brilliant movie. It's so close to being a perfect movie, in my opinion. I've given it a watch. My car's busted, so I'm not going anywhere for a while. Yeah. They just re-released it in 4K. And so if you illegally or legally download things via the dreaded T word that rhymes with orant, um, you can get a real good definitive copy of it that way. Just to watch and then delete immediately and then buy the Blu-ray, of course. I'm going to buy it. Like, I've already got it. I've got the Blu-ray of it, but it's a terrible transfer and it looks all plasticky and it's a bit terrible. But if you can find a DVD copy of it, that's the best way to watch it, I think, at the moment. I can't say much for the 4K one because I've not seen it, but like, it's a real dark movie, like visually dark, but in a good way, not in like a I can't fucking see anything kind of way. And there's film grain on it that's brilliant, and they tried to remove it for the Blu-ray release, the original Blu-ray release, and it just came off like looking horrible. But that's just my movie nerd bollocks. You'll enjoy it for what it is, I'm sure. Like however you watch it, really. But it's so cool. It's very of the time. It's like, you know, New York. When everybody talk like that in New York. Hey lady, get out of the road, I'm walking here, you know. It was so cool, and yeah, I wasn't even aware at the time because I'm a cool. Yeah, that's a good shout. I wasn't even aware that it was a comic. Like, I knew the cartoons because I was a, you know, nerdy 80s movie kid, cartoon kid. Anyway, and yeah, so I found out a lot later that it's actually almost direct adaptation of the very first 3 issues of the original comics, with little elements of the cartoon added in, like the different coloured bandanas and so the nerdy shit that I won't bore you with. But like, yeah, the story pretty much follows those first couple of comics, which is mental because I didn't have a fucking clue when I was a kid. I don't think most people did, to be honest. So yeah, I'm down for late 80s, early 90s energy. Yeah, oh, it's full of that, dude. It's so cool, man. It's so cool, and it holds up. I know I'm like sat here playing with glue and foam and stuff, but it, like, as a 42-year-old man, it's still enjoyable to watch for me, you know. I guess I don't know how close to the comics it was, but your Turtles sounds kind of like my Transformers. Not knowing it was a cartoon. My God, I grew up with the cartoon, and the toy line before 2007. That's really weird. Yeah, that was when I was shouting about toys being a commercial. Transformers, He-Man, Thundercats, and Ninja Turtles are the sort of big 3, big 4 of that exact thing. That cartoons were a toy line before they were a cartoon. And then if you were Transformers or you were Thundercats, and then later, like, He-Man wasn't really, but like those two in particular somehow managed to get really, really fucking good writers on the cartoon, like, production, and ended up writing amazing storylines and stuff like that for it. Which is why Transformers lasted as long as it did in popularity, and we got those movies in 2007. Because like all that stuff about Cybertron and, you know, all the background stuff comes directly from the cartoons. That's all concepts drawn out by those people. And Ghostbusters as well. But the movie came first with Ghostbusters. So that's like the exception to the rule, really. The 80s toy rule. Cartoon toy line rule. But by far the one that hit the biggest was the Ninja Turtles. Like, that was a huge phenomenon. For about 4 years. Was it 3? Yeah, about 4 years. From 87 to about 91. It was the single biggest selling franchise product, whatever you want to call it. Like, it was, if there was a Ninja Turtle cereal, that was the best selling cereal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a pair of sneakers, trainers, whatever you want to call them, that had Ninja Turtles on them, they would be the best selling trainers, sneakers for like 3 years straight. It was so huge, dude. Like, there was no getting away from it. And everyone my age, everyone, regardless of race, colour, creed, gender, whatever, was aware of them, if not completely insane about them. It was just everywhere. And there was a time where the toys were the biggest fucking thing and no one could get them because they were just sold out across the world. And of course there was no internet. And if there was, it was in its very, very infancy at that time. It will have been. So it was like, yeah, there was no getting hold of them. If they weren't in your local shops, you were fucked. And now we have Fortnite, yeah. Yeah, now we have V-Bucks. Yeah, I worked in Game, which is, I suppose, Britain, England's version of what you guys have is probably GameStop. That's probably the closest thing. But it got bought by a dude that franchises sport shops, like sports goods and what have you. And he's turned it into basically a toy shop. So the whole thing now just pretty much sells V-Bucks and toys. And it used to be like a proper gaming outlet, like GameStop or like a bunch of others. And yeah, it just got ruined. And I worked for them for 5 years. I even went to the release of Halo Infinite as Halo Infinite Master Chief. If you look on my Facebook profile, it's actually my banner picture is me stood next to the display that we had on the stairs in the sports goods shop that led you to the corner that was my shop. So yeah, definitely not bitter about that or anything. Hey, it's come out good. It's come good, yeah, bruv. It's come good, yeah. Right, we're going to get rid of this and then do the other. Did I do more than this? I did. Have I chucked it? Oh no, have I chucked it out? Where did I put it? I've chucked it out, haven't I? Or did I just not do it? Oh well, I've got another one. I can do another. But yeah, the point of me bringing up all that Turtle Mania shit that was going on is that it was massive anyway when the cartoons came out in like 87. But then the movie came out in 1990 and it absolutely exploded for a full year. And I think the movie like simultaneously made it a cultural phenomenon and destroyed it at the same time. Because everybody got sick of it after that. Because it was literally everywhere. Oh well. I liked it. I still like it. It's like I say, that first movie I still watch on a regular basis. That one of the other greatest comic book movies of all time, The Crow, which again I wasn't aware was a comic book when I watched it for the first time. What else is a really good adaptation? I think that's it for me. Because you got like, you know, your Batmans and your Supermans and what have you, but they're sort of like golden age franchises now. But like a single hit comic book movie like the first Turtles movie or The Crow, like you don't really get much like that now. They're like one hits. And now every comic book movie is a franchise before it's even come out. Which is strange. You look like you're the guy who loves his job at GameStop. If you worked there, you'd sell me on something for sure. Yeah, man. I used to just talk about stuff until people bought stuff. And then I left to do this because I could no longer work in a friggin' sports goods shop. Because that's all it was. Like, if you imagine GameStop being put into any other, like anything that sells like football kits and like tracksuits and stuff, you know, and then just put your GameStop in the corner of that place. Are you really thinking about going into that sporting goods shop for even V-Bucks, you know what I mean? Like just games and stuff. It's just not. It's not where you're going to get that stuff, you know. And then we got filled with board games. They made a deal with Hasbro, and we were inundated with multiple versions of Monopoly and shit. And it's like, well, we're supposed to be releasing FIFA this week. Why the fuck are we messing about with Simpsons Monopoly? Like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? I got sick of it. Yeah, it just pissed me off in the end. I was so pissed off with it. So, yeah. And it's a shame because I genuinely did like my job. I really did. I knew when I was, like, it was one of the very few sort of mainstream types of jobs that I could handle and was able to hold down. So yeah, it is really sad. Yeah, and the vibe has just gone. If you do that, yeah, oh yeah. Not to mention there was like a crew of about 9 people that all work there, and they're still my friends to this day. Like I still talk to them, like not all of them, but like a few of them, sometimes daily, you know. And they all left when we moved in there, and I was the only one that stayed. Like I was literally the only one that stayed. So I ended up being the assistant manager by default. They should not have put me in charge of shit, dude. But I did my best. Yeah, and I didn't fuck anything up too royally when that happened. I did most of my fuck ups before then. So that's nice at least. Yeah, but it was sad. It really was. Still kind of upset about it, and to this day, like I struggle to go into that sports shop. I actually did not so long ago because I needed some shoes. and their shoes are quite cheap, you know. I needed some Adidas for my Korn tribute band, so I went and got them. And I thought, just out of curiosity, and I went up there and had a look, because it's changed buildings now. It's moved a few shops down the road. And it was literally just a row, like 3 single rows of Xbox games, 4 or 5 of PS5, and then toys and board games and Pokemon cards. I mean, we always sold Pokemon cards, but like that's all it was now. And there was no separate game staff anymore. It was all just the sports staff. So it's been integrated fully now, and it's just another product. There's no one going to help anyone that's not sure what they want, you know. I feel really sorry for like the old grannies that are trying to get their grandson or daughter like a new console or whatever, because there ain't no one gonna know shit in there of what's going on. I lost count of the amount of people, because I started working there in 2017, so I lost count of the amount of women that came in, like old ladies. God bless them, honestly. I loved those old ladies. But the amount of people that came in asking for a Wii Switch was... and I'd correct them, but it'd be like, no, don't go asking for that in another shop, because someone will try and sell you a Wii, and it'll be the wrong thing, because that's a different thing. You know, because there are some nefarious characters in this area that I live in. Like, yeah, no, it's a Nintendo Switch, not a Wii Switch. There is a Nintendo Wii and a Nintendo Switch. As soon as somebody spots that person coming, you know, they'll charge Switch money for a Wii. Or would have done. Not anymore. We're all Switch 2 now, aren't we? We're all upgraded for a lot more money, and Nintendo gets to brick your console if they don't like your energy. Same kind of energy as solid state drive. Lots of tricks. Yeah. Oh yeah. I fell for a few of those in the early days of the old SSDs. But, you know, I didn't need anything to be too quick. I don't game on my PC. It's a laptop, for one thing. It's a folded up laptop on a tray. That's what you saw there. It's like monitor, laptop in the middle, monitor. That's my setup. With a dock. Yeah, we didn't allow returns in general. Like, at all. If you opened it, you were fucked, basically. So when all that happened, when the Cyberpunk thing happened, nope. There was no chance. That was like store policy from day one. There was absolutely no way. If someone bought it and was like, oh, I don't like it, and returned it without opening it, absolutely fine. Yeah, we'll take it. But if you brought it back in a, it'd been the cellophane packet had been removed, then all we could do was trade it in, and you probably lost like 20, 30 quid. $20, $30, you know. Needless to say, there were a few unhappy customers around that time. We did for that because there was so many returned. We had a digital media policy too, but it was mostly for DVDs that could be ripped. Yeah, we didn't do we didn't do like media. It was just games. Oh, the shop used to like a long time ago, but then they'd stopped doing movies like like a few years before I'd started working there. Working there. Before I started working there, like I'm from Liverpool. Work. That's how we say work over in Liverpool. Over in Liverpool. Work. I can't remember what it was. There was a saying to get you to do a Liverpoolian accent properly. You say can of Coke and some chicken. A can of Coke and some chicken. Yeah, could you give us a can of Coke and some chicken? The amount of accents in this country, dude, you wouldn't believe. We're only a small island, really. You go from one place to the other. There's so many accents. I do about half of them. I kind of sort of missed that job. I got to see games a week before they came out, boxes full of different cover art. And yeah, I got to see the limited edition Doom 2016 Crazy Edition with the helmet. We got the helmet out and we were putting it on and all sorts of shit, man. It was so good. It was really cool. Seeing all the collector's editions of stuff was amazing. And when it was the group of us and we were in our actual shop, it was amazing. We all had out each other's backs, you know, and like, it was lovely. It really was. That's why, I think that's why a lot of us have stayed friends over the years, you know. As they all left in 2021, like the back end of 2021. And I managed to stay until around February of 2022. Before I finally just couldn't fucking take it anymore. So I was on my own after that. I was working on my own, and I had my friends before that, you know, and then I was on my own. So it was shit after that. Start your own business, be the competition. You're looking at it, dude. I make commissions for about quarter of a living. I guess you do actually. This is really cool. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it's I left because I really didn't like it anymore, but also I left to do this. But then I moved and I didn't have any space to be able to do this anymore. So once I moved out of there and I came here, I've started up again. And it's like starting from the bottom. So got a lot of work to do to build it back up to what it was. I had like 6 commissions one year, which is about enough to fill out a whole year for me. Or it was. I might be a little bit quicker than that now. So, but yeah, they were all full suit, full paint job commissions, and all going to America, bar one. And then I had a couple of things like helmets and body parts in between that. Like I think I did a chest and I did a Halo 4 helmet. I meant a game job, but that would be impossible doing this also. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think doing a game shop would also be completely impossible because there aren't any. Not to mention the fact that you don't even get a CD drive with a PC anymore. The affordable versions of the new consoles are the old digital ones that don't have disc drives, you know. They fucked it for us, man. As in consumers, they've fucked it for us. And then in turn they've fucked the game shops by the same token, haven't they? Because of it. Oh, wow. That's come out real good. I think I'm just gonna do the little like bend that was in the back of these at the bottom here. And then we'll do the little ladder parts, and then it's done. I'll have to remember where I've put my Velcro. Yeah. I have an external drive for my PC, but it's mostly for emulation or ripping games to emulate. Yeah. I I turned my Xbox into that. So I bought the dev mode activation, and I just flip it over, and I run Sega Model 3 Arcade and RetroArch and stuff off that. I can't say I'm disappointed that discs aren't a thing, given the maximum throughput from a disc, but I do miss the physical media. I'd settle for flash drives. I think that's where we separate. I grew up with cassette tapes and VHS and vinyl records and CDs. The only time that started to feel like it was a problem was when we did start fully digitizing everything, and it was easy to just sit on your ass and click. But there's something that we don't have anymore, and it's difficult to explain, and you just sound like a fucking dinosaur when you do it. But like something that we have lost is experience. And I don't mean like age, wisdom, bollocks. What I mean is the physical experience of just not even making it a ritual, just like opening a box, whether it's a VHS, whether it's a DVD, whether it's a Blu-ray, whether it's a game disc, taking it out, taking out the other one, the one that might have already been in your console or DVD player or whatever, or VHS player, and then physically putting in your new game, movie, whatever, and closing it, and then sitting down and picking up your controller or remote. That whole tactile thing connects you on a level that you're not conscious of to what you're doing and why you're doing it. It gives you purpose, and there's like no purpose or no tactile purpose to flicking through Netflix for hours with so much choice that you can't decide on anything. So you don't end up watching anything. You end up eating a sandwich, flicking through the possibilities till you've done your sandwich, and you're like, right, well, I'm going to wash up now, and you turn your TV off and walk away. If you browse your shelf, pick a movie, take it out of the box, put it in the machine, sit down and press play, you've done something with purpose, and you've committed to it, and you've done it, and it's in, and it's on. And there's something about that that's more meaningful than what we have now, because what we have now is quite literally soulless. There's nothing to it, is there? You just go that. Oh, I don't want to watch that. That. Oh, that's shit as well. That. And you just keep going round in circles, and you don't settle on anything. And therefore, you have more choice now than we ever have before for media, and we watch less. Why the fuck is that? We should be having like movie parties every day. Popcorn sales should be through the fucking roof with the amount of movies that are on offer that we can just watch at the touch of a button. Yet nobody watches anything. You know, it's really weird, and it's weird. Somebody clip that and make me famous. I just ruined it at the end there, didn't I? Part of the reason I have my own server is because I have a limited selection, and if people recommend something, I'll get it. Yeah. It's one way to do it in today's world, definitely. Because if you want a disk drive for something, it'll cost you a shit ton of money. I've got this one, which is a rewritable. And it's just an external, you know. And I can burn discs and what have you and rip stuff off it, but I don't really use it much because I got the Series X on purpose. So I could play Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays and things. And then I've got just a modest selection on my wall over there. You know. I like it. I like that. And I don't have, you know, Disney Plus or any of that shit anymore. Not for a long time. Because I sort of fell out with it a long time ago. And then it's sort of become a bit of a hipster thing to be like, oh yeah, physical media, I have cassette tapes. And it's like, no you don't. In 2025, that's fucking stupid, mate. Don't be a dick. But CDs, there's a point to that. Fidelity. Clarity, lack of compression. So that's something that Blu-ray has over streaming media, or even media on a storage server. Is like, if you have a real good player, then you'll have flawless, like no interruption. You know, what's the word? There'll be no pixelation and artifacting, you know, all that shit that happens from streaming your movies. And now they're trying to get us to do that with games as well, aren't they? They're really, really hoping that the thing that everybody rejected. Remember Stadia? Everyone thought Stadia was the worst idea in the world, and now all the ram's gone to the AI people. So what are we going to do? We can't build PCs anymore. Oh, we'll just have to Stadia everything, you know? Interesting. Didn't work out first time, and then they bought it all, so we had no choice. Fucking cunts. Bro, could you imagine paying Netflix for 4K movies, but you don't have the right hardware in your TV or PC, and you're stuck at 1080? Not just to mention the compression from... Yeah, that is what's wild. Absolutely. Because, rent your PC, bro. Definitely. That's what they want. They want enshittification. Companies want you to own nothing and be happy with nothing, you know? Enshittification. Someone coined that in like 2014, and it's become an actual word now. Enshittification. Every single digital platform, from social media to movie streaming, has participated in the enshittification of all of their services, from like Facebook to Netflix to Disney, whatever. They Start off good, like it's a good deal. Oh, it's like five or a month. Oh yeah, that's really good. Thanks, Disney. Oh, you're saying it's $8.99 a month now, right? Oh well, there's still quite a lot there. It's quite. Oh, it's 10 a month now. Where's that thing that I used to watch? It's not there anymore. Oh, so you're just randomly removing movies and putting the price up. Oh, I get it. And shitification. Get you stuck in the, what's the word? Ecosystem, and then rack up the prices and start taking things away. So they can give you less and charge you more, and you will be happy. You will be happy, Mark. You will be happy. That's like exactly what's happened to Xbox. Like, they literally step by stepped the enshittification playbook with Game Pass. Like, it started out as a really good deal. There wasn't that much on offer, but then they started ramping up the amount of games that were on there, and it started to become a real good deal, you know. And it was like, oh my god, yeah, actually, it's the best deal in gaming. That makes my job, working at Game, really, really easy, because all I have to do is tell people exactly what it is, and they'll be like, oh, fucking hell, that is good, yeah. And I can get an Xbox One S for like 200 and just and get Game Pass, and then I'm away. I'm like, yep, you're off. Oh, brilliant, yeah. Yeah, all those people into that ecosystem, and then rack up the prices. And then they started arbitrarily removing games. Like, games I was playing, games I was enjoying, and I'd put, like... It's not like movies. It's not like fucking Netflix removing your favourite movie because you just go, oh shit, and you technically could just go buy that movie. That's fine. But what about digital games that have no storefront anymore, and then they're on Game Pass? Oh, you're really enjoying it, and you put hours of your life into it. Like, you play it every single day. You could put 100 plus 200, 300, 1,000 hours into it, and then they just fucking remove it. You know? I always didn't like the idea of Steam for that same reason, but Steam seems to be a bit less disingenuous with it. They're pretty much upfront of like what their platform does, and they've not really changed how it works for the entire time they've existed. You know, they're the lesser of the evils, but it's still an evil thing. You know. Technically, I don't even own my entire Steam library. I own a digital license to play it. Yeah, exactly. And like you're saying with the removing of stuff that you're playing or watching is crazy. It is. Absolutely right, mate. Yeah. It's... Especially, like... Something that annoys me is... I was... like yourself, an Xbox 360 guy. I remember my buddy had PT on his PS3, and he was able to sell it for double the price because it wasn't available anymore. Yeah, that was the Silent Hill game, wasn't it, that never released, and it was the demo. The PT was the demo, wasn't it, for it, with Norman Reedus, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and like that's sort of like its own separate thing. Yeah, and like that's its own separate little phenomenon, I think, because that's always happened. There's been stuff that never got released, and if you happen to have a copy of it somehow, like in that case, like it's trapped on a PS3, then you know that it became worth money, and that's cool, sort of. But yeah, the removal of it is the thing, isn't it? And yeah, I remember back in the 360 days. Oh shit! I forgot what I was going to say. I got super into what you were saying, and I've lost it. Gosh darn it all to heck. Yeah, that was it. Games with Gold. Remember Games with Gold? You used to buy Xbox Live for the privilege of playing online, talking with your friends, and being social. Remember social video gaming? And then they'd give you free games every month, and you're like, fucking awesome, excellent. I've still got them all. Now I can't play them because I refuse to spend $30 a month on Game Pass because they integrated it, didn't they? And what I didn't understand when they integrated it was that, no pay, no play for even those games that you got given for free, apparently, all those years ago that were backwards compatible. You don't get to play those anymore, I love Hidden Palace. They have copies of Lost Demos and E3 alpha beta versions. Cool, I'll check that out, Hidden Palace. I'll remember that. Yeah, it pisses me off because for example, one of my favourite Assassin's Creed games is Black Flag, and I never had to buy it because I got it free. Games with Gold twice. I got it on 360, and then later it became the Xbox One version was free, so I got it on Xbox One and I played through it then again, and I really loved it. And it was one of those games that I would go back to. Like if I had it on disc, it would be in my Xbox every year or so. And now it's just stuck on my hard drive, not doing anything. Well, on my profile, it's not. I've not downloaded it, but Halo 3 custom games and Forge with friends was peak. Most social experience I've ever had on games. Yeah, well, I didn't even get much into Forge. I made a whole bunch of friends, like my friend that lives in Massachusetts now. Hi, John, and his friend Wayne, and a couple of their friends, and then I had friends over here, and we'd all pile in parties together and do multiplayer. We'd either do social or ranked Team Slayer. We loved it's Jan, Jhan. But he goes by John. Just so you know. No, he'll be happy if you get it right. But yeah, we used to just play Team Slayer all the time, man. We were just in it for headshots, and there he is. And we I didn't like SWAT, so I wasn't really in it for headshots myself. But we used to just play Team Slayer all the time, and it was so much fun. And we did it every single day for years, and it was great. Yeah, I knew you'd go straight for SWAT when I said headshots, because you do, don't you? Yeah, and it was just a great time, and that group of friends were what we all helped each other get every single achievement for Halo 3 and Halo ODST as well. So I maxed out both those games, and I was one achievement off doing Reach as well. Because it was one that I just couldn't do. I think it was like a rank thing where you had to get up to a certain rank, and I just couldn't make it. Yeah. It was like the best fucking time, and sadly, none of us realised it at the time, but the shitification of Halo was like foreshadowing for the entire gaming industry. The enshittification of Halo was basically a metaphor for the enshittification of the entire industry, wasn't it? And so, yeah. Oh no, go ahead. I'll be still ranting by the time you get back. So yeah, it was. I made some really good friends that I'll probably never meet because Lord knows I'm not in a rush to go to America at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. I might meet John because I do have a bucket list plan to go to Salem. One? Oh, that's not stuck at all. Yeah. So I might meet one. I might meet one or two of my old Halo buddies eventually. So that'll be nice. Yeah. I think it's a sad time for the old gaming industry at the moment, but I suppose that's what happens when you let greedy arseholes get the mitts on all your creativity. You end up with, this, what we have. Oh well. It's so weird. Like, I very, very rarely. This is like an interesting little point of fact for you, little tidbit, if you know what I mean. I never get asked for Halo 4, 5, or anything like 343 related when it comes to these suits. It's always the early games or past that into Infinite where they emulated the early games. Armor and stuff. I've been asked for Halo Infinite multiplayer and Infinite Master Chief and Halo Reach. Those are my most popular sales for suits. So that's going to say something, hasn't it? Like the I can't be alone. The other thing as well is like I won't do the Halo 4 and 5 ones, and it's not entirely just a prejudice thing because I don't like the art style and it really annoys me, but it's also like I can't get my head around it. I actually genuinely tried to get my head around it, and I made a Halo 4 helmet for a guy because he was incredibly nice and incredibly polite, and I thought, do you know what? Yes, okay, I'll help you out, my friend. And I did him it. I hated the experience. There was it was detail for detail's sake. None of it made any sense. There was no purpose to any of it. I've spent all my time making the armors from the other games, and everything sort of makes sense. Like a pipe goes somewhere, and it like there's some sort of reason for it being there. Whereas with 343 armors, it's like it goes nowhere and it serves no purpose. It's just like a visual detail for no reason, and I like that sort of sort of sums it up for me. It's why my brain won't doesn't cope when I'm doing it. And I really struggle with it. Like, that helmet was one of the hardest things I ever did. And it, like, physically it wasn't a difficult build. It was just mentally draining, and like, because I was like, you know, through no fault of my own, he says, I was just struggling to find the reasoning behind every part I was cutting out. Like, why is that there? Why does it go there? And it, like, I'm spending so much extra bandwidth questioning why a piece is where it is. Like, I have to do a lot of that anyway because I'm translating paper models onto foam. So I'm like trying to do that, but then also trying to figure out, do we actually need that there? Because, like, is it gonna, you know, is it gonna destroy the aesthetics if it's not there, sort of thing? But then I don't know, because it, like, it was just, it was a nightmare. Nightmare, mate, nightmare. Just couldn't do it. So I made that helmet for that guy, and what a lovely guy he was. And I would make him another one because he was so lovely. But that is literally the only time that anybody, that guy is the only guy that ever gets anything Halo 4 or 5 related from me, because he's lovely, and I'll have nothing more said about it. But yeah, when it makes no logical sense, it physically exhausted me. Making it, mentally exhausted me making it, because I was just spending so much time trying to figure out why something was there, and sometimes you need to know that when you're putting it together. So, you know. Anywho. I'm going to try and spread out into other things as well. I'm going to try and do like more like Batman costumes, and I've got I can do Doom and Ninja Turtles and Warhammer 40k, although that looks really difficult. Would take me a month or two, good couple of months to just build, and then there'd be the painting on top of that, and like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Ow, that burned my fingers. Oh god, this is fiddly, and it's stuck to my fingers again. Oh my god, fuck. Oh yeah. Anyway. Ugh. That's those two bits. Created. Covered in ink and glue. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Sticky. Oh, sticky. Ooh, that one protrudes. Okay, good to know. So these two bits are sticking out. Protruding as opposed to intruding. Nope. Yeah. I'll do that now because then it's not going to be in the way for the rest of it. My word. Oh my god. Oh dear. I've been hunched over too long. Sorry. You have to give me a minute. Woo. Back to it. Oh. Oh no, I've done the wrong side. That's going to be messy now. Oh dear. I might cry a little bit. Like that. Yes. Right. Okay, I've got an idea. I can't do it with this one now because I've just cut it all out, but I'll do it with the other one. Yeah, from the way the template looks, I'm going to just glue this in like that and then make a swath right about here. Yeah. I'm going to glue this back in immediately. So what I've done, I don't know if you saw what I did, but I've cut like a slant out of the back. So I can push this in. And then we've cut that. So we've got like a slide, slope, something. I don't know. I'm back. My roommate made breakfast at 3 p.m. Sounds about right. He's a chef. Always making food. Let's see here. Let's see what here. Where? What's happening, man? Oh, God. So, yeah. We've got a slot in the back and we've made a slope. Because this thing is going over it like that. And it's pretty much just going to fit in like that. And then this is going to bend backwards anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is leave this loose. And then we'll do the bend back with this. I'm assuming it's there. Let's see. No, it's higher than that. Okay. We'll do it higher. Do it about there. We'll take the slots out. And then we have that going like that. And we can glue. It's almost completely like that. So I'm going to glue it in. Put a nice line across here. And there's no point in being thorough or precise because none of it's going to be seen, literally none of it. Because that's going over the top of it like that. I've extended it a tiny bit so that it can go a bit flatter to it, because then the little bit that we've cut out there goes flat against that piece. It's just there. So it slots in. And I'm going to glue that in as is. As is. But I am going to slice a tiny bit off each side. A tiny wee bit. Tiny wee. A tiny wee bot. A tiny wee bot. Oh my god, it's wonky. That's how I lose my fucking mind. I'm going to put the wonky bit in here so I don't see it. Oh god. How I would loathe to see it. Yeah. Ow, that hurts. My finger. Ouchie, fuck. You should try modelling someday. You have a 3D orientated mind for this. Yeah, but sadly, the design part of my brain doesn't extend to that. Not very well, anyway. I want to try. I tried Blender a few times, and I really struggled to get it to do anything. I feel like if I could physically draw it and then get the thing to realise that my shading is the 3D part. Yeah. Hello, pandas. Fucking Jesus. When was the last time you were in? When were you on Twitch last? That's a loaded question. What have I missed? Quite a bit. I've nearly done the whole suit now. There's the chesty bit. And then I think, is this going under here? It was a while ago, wasn't it? Yeah. I've made gauntlets. I've done boots, shins. Where's the quality control? Oh, there. There she is. She's peeping. She's a sleepy girl. Sleeping on the job, indeed. She does a lot of that these days. Oi, you're slacking off. Literally gives no fucks, though. So there's not much you can do. I have to keep paying her. It's in the contract. Keep paying her in food and in treats and small toys with bells in them. So I signed the contract, you know, nothing I can do. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, it worked. Holy of holies. Oh my god. And it's in. Is this in? It's just, oh, no, it's not. Nope. How are you doing, pandas? I haven't seen you for ages. Like you say, it was a while ago. Not a chance. I'm alright. For Mark, who was in America, that's yet another British accent for you. I am okay. Yeah, I'm actually quite good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I think happy is the word. So yeah, quite good. Quite good. I'm alright. I'm alright, pet. All the way up in the town. 1. Yeah. So that was a bit of a faff on, like, but because I know how I'm doing this, I can do the other one better. So yeah. So how you know, how are your safety officers, your quality controllers, etc.? Oh, it's ripping the foam. Oh, what a fucking idiot I am. Oh, you fucking maniac. What are you fucking doing? That's better. Wait a moment. I apologise. Wish I could have the chat on the screen again. Do you mean the lunatics? There are eat. They're eat. I did ask, but got ignored. So you'll have to take my word for it. Oh, you asked them, right? I was like, I started reading back the chat, and I was like, "Oh, what did you ask me? You didn't ask me. You asked me how I was. What?" But no, I get you. I'm like, had a moment. It was a strange moment. Right. Okie dokie then. About that. I'm gonna go straight across. Nailed it. So we've folded that. Now we need a tiny bit more out of each side. I'm gonna cut a ravine. Shit. Nailed it. Now I'm gonna try and emulate exactly how long that was on that one. What's it about there? Shit. It's fucking cod. Fucking coordinate. I love. Tis fucking god. So I've been drying washing, so it's fucking boiling in here, which is why I'm wearing this top. But it's also a halo top, so it kind of goes with the theme. And I'm thinking that for brand reasons, which I'm going to start edging away from anyway, but for now, I'm going to wear this for stream. It's going to be my stream top. That's just going to be the way of it. And you can make suggestions, but they'll be ignored. And the actual reasons, just so you know, is because there's a radiator at my feet, literally there. And I wear this hat because it's more comfortable to wear these fucked headphones with this hat. And there's going to come a time where it's fucking summer and I'm going to be absolutely roasting. So I'd rather not have sleeves as well. But then also for aesthetic purposes. And what's wrong with both? Right, I need to slice out. Get off me, get off. Right. There it is. This shit foam has already dulled and blunted my blade, which I only changed yesterday. It was yesterday I changed this blade. I've hardly used it. And I don't get it. I use this hard, like, rock hard, thick stuff. And I can use the same blade for a month cutting that stuff. Literally a day of cutting this skinny, soft foam, and your blade is dead. Cosplay problems. I just thought to myself, wow. Hey, Mr. Harley. That sure was relatable, wasn't it? Okay. There we go. Lovely, lovely, perfect. 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 Get off. Stick. You bastard. I think I'm going to stick that down as well, because it, like, aesthetically makes sense. It pleases my brain. So, you know, accuracy be damned. We're gonna have it bend backwards like that, and then I reckon it, where that sits on the chest, it's gonna fold under and look really cool. But that's what we're doing next, is we're sticking this shit onto the chest. Come along for the ride. Okay. There we go. I'll have to place that like that or something. And I'm going to go get the chest, which is an entire torso, so like I'll be getting the torso now. It might take a while because I've got to empty it, because all the rest of the suit is in there, so I'm going to just pop it on here and put some music on. I won't be long. Okay. I have to move everything. Bear with me. I don't think I can do that actually, because the camera is absolutely locked in, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Firstly, I'm actually gonna. Hang on. There you go. I'm actually gonna glue in the bottom. Let's see if I can. There you go. The belt isn't glued to the torso part, so I'm gonna do that. This is awkward. There you go. There it is. I think. I think about there. What is that? They want. Oh, I don't know, maybe. Sorry, hang on. A very complicated. Bunch of things I have to sort out here. Right, anyway. Okay, I think this is low enough down at the front here to be okay. Yeah. I've got no glue in the glue gun. Right. Oh no. No! Shit. Ow, ow. Fuck. Why'd you have to do that right now, dude? Fuck. Shit. Is there any way I can scrape it? Oh, fuck. Ow! Oh, slightly off center as well. Oh my god. Right, okay. So all I'm doing at the moment is that, and I'm going to turn it around and do the back as well, so that when I flip it round, so we can get the chest piece on and line it up and sort the Velcro out and everything. Yeah, it will. Ow. Oh no, I should do that after it's painted. I need to do this anyway, so I'll do it. Get off. Jesus hate shit. Right. Just about. Pop you back in. Okay. Right. Whoa. Oh, come on. Oh, that's better. There we go. Right. So, hey, it's going to work. The idea is I'm going to put Velcro strips all the way up here. So it can be removed, and also they're going to attach. What are we thinking? I know it's not fully symmetrical or anything at the moment, but no, there you go. That's about in the middle, I think. Damn it. Trying to get a better shot for you. So about here. There at the top. That landed on my foot. Like, it looks so weird, but there you go, ish. I feel like it's not in the right place for some reason. Why do I feel like that? And then, but yeah, like that. That lines up with this up here. Is that off kilter? It is. Oh my god, right, so here is where we line it up. And it's still a little bit off, but there we go, more or less. Thank you, pandas. It's like off center at the top, but then uncenter at the bottom here, and then like that's so weird. How have I done this? Is it like that? Is that why? Is it meant to be a bit more shaped? But yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm not going to stick it on. I'm not going to do the Velcro stuff until all this is painted, and then I'll get the Velcro onto the back of that, and I'll put a strip down here as well. And the idea is then that it can be removed, and then in future, if they want to put more, like a different one on at a later date, I can make them another. And yeah, so that's that. And we finally glued this back into place as well. I'm not going to do the sides just yet, just because I'm going to end up splitting the side, and I don't know which side is preference yet. So how I glue the side bits in at the bottom here is going to be like determined, to be determined. My favourite on the reach suits at the back. Look how detailed they are, and how they're like designed for shadow to hit, like light to hit them, and them to cast shadow. It's just amazing. I love that so much. Yeah. Right. I think I'll say thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. I'm going to finish on a high, and then tomorrow we'll do the gauntlet add-on thingy majiggy thing. And yeah. So I will with that, let's say I'll catch you tomorrow, won't I? Now I've got to reach over and try and shut everything off. Oh, thanks, Mark. You'll see you later. Looks awesome. Yeah, cheers, man. Bye bye, pandas. Thank you, everybody, for talking to me today. That was really nice. And yeah, I think it's gone well. It looks alright, doesn't it? Except for all this glue here. Where the hell has that come from? Ugh. Yickety yak. Anyway, right, yeah. There it is. I love the belly parts on these reach suits. They're really cool. I have to press everything manually, so yeah, thanks again, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. And that'll be more or less it, actually. Oh no, I've got the utility thing to do as well, and some resizing possibly, and then I'll be printing. But then I'm probably going to do redo my Batman suit and Ninja Turtle. So see you then. Bye bye. Love you.